Hello, this tutorial will show you how to play the 12-bar blues. I'll also show you how to play a cool blues song called Down Home Blues by ZZ Hill. So first things first, how do you play 12-bar blues? Well, 12-bar blues is made up of 3 chords and it has a 12-bar pattern. So every 12 bars that pattern repeats itself throughout the whole song. And so, if you can play 12-bar blues, you can play a lot of different blues and rock and roll and all kinds of genres of music because that pattern is widely used. So, first things first, 12-bar blues uses what's called a 1-4-5 pattern. What does 1-4-5 mean? Well, I'll play it for you first, and then I'll explain what it means. So here's the 1-4-5 pattern. So you've heard that before, right? You've heard probably 1,000 different variations on that. You can change the chords around, you can change the order, you can change the key, and you just get endless variations that a lot of songs can be written on top of, and people do write a lot of songs using those 3 chords. So why 1-4-5? What does that mean? Well, I played for you G, C, and D. Those 3 chords, they're all in the key of G major. So if we take the G major scale and we count the number of each tone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those 3 notes become the root of 3 chords. So G, C, and D. So when you hear people talk about 1-4-5, that's really all they mean. And the reason why we say 1-4-5 instead of G, C, and D is because then you can take that and move that pattern anywhere. So you get the idea. So 1-4-5 gives you the relative placement of the chords and not the specific name of the chord. And so hopefully it makes sense. So 1-4-5 is what the standard blues change is made up of. Now, you have to do more than just play those 3 chords in any random order. 12-bar blues puts those chords in a specific order that repeats. So the next part of this video will talk about that repeating pattern. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the 12-bar blues pattern works. This is a video about music, not technology, so you get a piece of paper. I don't have any fancy graphics for you, I'm sorry. So, 12-bar blues, I like to break up 12-bar blues into 3 pieces. Other people may do it differently, but this is just how I like to internalize 12-bar blues. So, bars 1 through 4 are all the 1 chord, in this case G. And bars 5 through 8 are C, C, and G, and G. Or you could also say 4, 4, 1, and 1. And then bars 9 through 12 are D, C, G, and G. So that's 5, 4, 1, 1. Well, now I've got my guitar back, and I'll play that pattern for you. And I'll count off the number of each bar on the 1, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 11, 2, 3, 4, 12, 2, 3, 4. So I just played the 12-bar blues pattern. You need to memorize that. That forms the basis for so much music. There's really no shortcut. You just have to commit it to memory. Once you get it, you'll feel it, and you'll be able to recognize it everywhere. You'll be able to play it. It'll become really easy, but you just have to memorize the pattern. So breaking it down into those 3 sections like I did on the piece of paper is a trick that I use to help myself remember it. But you're free to come up with whatever means works for you. But you need to know that 12-bar blues pattern. So next up, we'll apply it to a song, and I'll show you how to play the basic rhythm guitar pattern to ZZ Hill's Down Home Blues. So we're going to talk about how to play ZZ Hill's Down Home Blues. Listen to the song, okay? It's by ZZ Hill, Down Home Blues. Look it up on YouTube, Spotify, whatever you use, okay? I'll wait. Okay, now you've listened to the song, I hope. Now, to play the song, I can show you a very simple pattern. It's... So those are the 3 chords, 1, 4, and 5, and then that's the pattern that accompanies each chord. So you play the root, and then this little kind of hammer-on figure, okay? So what that is I'm barring the G and the D string at the 5th fret, and then the 3rd fret, and I'm hammering on the 4th fret of the G string. So okay, got it? Now for the 4 and 5, aka the C and D chord, the musical pattern's the same, but the fretboard pattern will be a little bit different because of the way the guitar fretboard is laid out. So here's the C. I messed up on that one, didn't I? But you get the idea. So what I'm doing is I'm playing this little figure right here, F and A. That's on the B and E string, and then I'm sliding down to E flat and G, and I'm going to take my ring finger, I'm going to hammer on that E. So you see, it's like that. And then for the D, it's the same pattern, just moved up 2 frets. Just like that. So just, and feel free to voice that and attack that however you want. You could strum each if you want, or you could just hammer on without strumming only the first one. However you want to do it. Whatever sounds best to you works. So that's the pattern you want to learn. That's the basic pattern. I put it in the 12-bar format for you. Now, I don't play that song that way when I play it. I kind of add my own variations to it. That's the beauty of playing blues. And so you can do that. Here's how I do it. So see, you can do whatever you want with it. As long as it sounds good, it is good. That's the rule. So enjoy playing ZZ Hill's Down Home Blues.